And I have been working on this project for so long. I designed it and then I was trying to move and unpack, and then I had to figure out what to do with it. If you're a patron of mine, you get this file. You get the blank one and the full one. The full one takes a few minutes to open up in Design Space. There's a lot to it. Don't look at the mess behind me. Who doesn't craft and have a mess? It's a little messy. There's the Cricut. I am in Craftspace 2 Studio. Moving in. We're merging our stuff together. I'm still unpacking. So a lot of the stuff I used was theirs. I made a card, kinda. One of my patrons gave me a picture of something to make, and I thought I would make some of it with acetate. And I really like the way it looks, but it doesn't fold very easily with acetate. So if this is something you want to fold and put in an envelope to mail, don't use acetate like I did. I'm just going to put this on the fireplace mantle for winter decoration. If you want to make it out of cardstock, you can do that. It will cost more for postage because it is so big and thick. Okay, isn't that cute? And then when you open it up, it gets messed up every time I fold it because of the acetate. The acetate is very kind of strong and hard. This is the inside. So it says, wishing you and yours warm winter wishes. It has a cute polar bear. This is from the Quilted Christmas one. And then it says, frosty kisses. But isn't that cute? Look, I can see you. Okay, I'm a little crazy. I know. You guys all just learned me that. So here's the card. I'm going to show you how to put it together. Like I said, I would not recommend to do the clear acetate. If you want to fold it, it does fold. I did get it to fold, but I'm afraid if I fold it too much, something's going to happen to it. And then the back, I had the Explore Right designed by Melody Lane. So if you want to see more of this, keep watching. Okay, now with the file I made in Design Space for this card, I have started to put this together, but you get this big tall piece of snow. You can see that. The solid piece that actually goes down like this, and I have already put the snowman on. I put the snow on. For the foam tape, I'm using Close to My Heart foam tape, and I just use my ATG, this one, to put the snowman on. And then I also put the foam tape on here, and I'm going to stick that there. And I also put the foam tape on here. I haven't taken the backing off to put it on here. I wanted to show it to you. So you just line it up with the bottom in the corner, and then it'll look like there's a little snow in front of the snowman. And then I also have this. I'm going to attach that top piece. So that's going to look like that. Now, in the file that I made, all my patrons will get the file, and to become a patron, it's as little as $1 a month, and you get all my files. And you can make this yourself also. This is 5x7. I made 4 of these. The other 3 are made in white glitter paper, and I used a snowflake embossing folder from the Cuttlebug. This, it wouldn't fit, as you can see, so what I did is I did half of it at a time. So I ran this through. I used my We Are Memory Keepers Evolution, and I ran that through like that, and then I turned it around, did it again. So that's what that looks like on both sheets. And then I also did, this is going to be the very back, and I put designed by Melody Lane. I designed everything on this card, and I designed it in Design Space. I did get the idea from a picture somebody gave me on my Patreon Facebook group. they said, can you make this? And I'm like, sure, I think I can make anything. It took me a really long time to make this. I think like over 12 hours in Design Space trying to figure out what to put on the card. But the picture they gave me was a brochure. It was not even a card. So I don't know if you make greeting cards, if you ever seen a greeting card like this. So that's just the sides of the project. Here is more. I'm using acetate. In my file, it's not clear, it's dark blue. And then I think this part of the file is light blue. But I'm going to try it all in acetate. I'm also going to emboss this, the snowflake folder. And this is Cricut acetate, and I want to show you this. I actually have been using this for a while. And I totally just discovered this time that there's a coating on it. Look, you can peel it off. See, it's not totally clear. But if you peel this off, it is more clear. I scored these. It's kind of hard to see the scoring. I'm going to also score this on my Martha Stewart scoring board. This one is also scored. And as you can see, this one's way too big to put in the cut-a-bug folder. But I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to score it first. And to cut out this Cricut acetate, I put it on Poster Board Plus as the setting. Poster Board Plus will do a multi-cut, so it'll go over it twice. And that cut it out perfectly. The little trees, I did all sizes of trees, so they look like some are further away. And some are closer up. These trees came solid green in Cricut Design Space. And then all these little pieces here were white little pieces that you put on top of the tree. And this is the smallest tree. There was no way I was going to make tiny little pieces to put on the little tree of snow. No way. So what I did is I duplicated my tree. This was actually what the tree looked like. I took the little white pieces and my tree and I sliced them together so it punched holes through. So then I just lay this on top. Whoops, that one's backwards. When you're putting these together, I found it's hard to tell which side goes with which. There's a little notch here, right there. And there's a little notch in this one. You just line those up. But then actually on some of them, because this is snow, I decided I'm going to lower it a little bit so it looks like there's snow on the outside of the tree. See that? And I just put this through here. And I don't think this is the biggest one. It's not going to work. I put all the others through there. And I put all these pieces of, all the words went through here. This one we'll do zig glue pen. Instead of picking that up, I'm going to put this and put it right above that so it'll look like there's snow on that outside. There's my last tree. And then this, it's going to be icicles at the top, and I also used my Close to My Heart foam on the top. I cut it. I used this one and cut it into 3 lines so it would be pretty thin. And then my polar bear. I have to color in his eye and his nose and his ear here with black. I was supposed to change the pen in the machine to black, and I forgot. So I was going to marker those in anyway. Let's do that real quick. Then I also got my little snowmen here. And I made them switching gloves. So I have all this done. I have all my words ready to go. These are printables. The snowman and the little bunny. Can you see the little bunny? Isn't that cute? He's going to be hiding, peeking up in the snow. This snowman is from the Anna Griffin's Christmas Kitsch cartridge, and I just made it printable. You can unflatten it and layer it if you like. This can also be unflattened and layered. I think this is from the quilted cartridge, and I did not want to piece the little pieces, so I just made it printable. Okay, let's go ahead and finish the top piece, just so we have this done. Now, I'm going to put the tape right on the edge. Yay, we got the top of the card done. Okay, so first, I hope you can see this. I am going to score these. I can see them scored right here. They're scored right at the edge here. So I'm going to move this so it's right on the edge. Because this piece here is actually going to get folded underneath the paper. It's going to be hidden. I can see this when I hold it up, but it's really hard to see. So I'm just going to mark it with a little mark. And then if I follow this line all the way down, I know it's marked in the exact same spot down here. If you notice on this one, I did not do multi-cut at first, and I undid my mat, and it did not cut in the exact same spot again. So I did do multi-cut without taking my mat out the second time, but I don't think it's going to show very much. I'm going to cover that up. Okay. So now you can see it's scored. And I'm not going to worry about folding it correctly yet because I'm going to put it in the Cut-A-Bug. Now these score lines are like 1 inch in between the 2-inch cuts. These are about 1 inch going up on the top and bottom in the same spot, and then scored in the middle of those spots. So if you're trying to make this yourself, what's the measurement? This is 8 inches, and the first inch on each side is a cut line 1 inch up on both. Let me see what this one was. I'm thinking this was 10 inches. Yeah. This piece was about 10 inches wide by 7 inches. So this piece was 10 by 7 with 8 by 3 inches sliced out of the center. And I sliced it in the design space. And then this is going to fit in here. This is actually the first time I've used my scoring board since I got my Explorer, because the Explorer scores so well, but not through acetate. There, I've got that scored. Let's emboss this. Let's do the hard piece first. This is not even going to fit in here. It's too wide. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to bend this. And so it's going to have bendy marks. It's okay because you're not going to see these edges here. We're going to apply the paper here on both sides. It's going to take us like 4 times to emboss this so it all fits. So I just have it here, right there. I'm going to give enough room so I can bend this over on top of it. I'm going to change this dial setting so it's on the thickest paper. I'm going to just kind of bend this over. There we go. See, and it has this fold in here, but that's okay. We can straighten that out, and look at how pretty that is. I love it. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, now we're going to do the same with the bottom. Okay, now we got snowflakes on that piece. Now we have to do this one. Now this one I do not want to bend. I could do it in 2 turns. Okay, now I just realized I could have done it in 2 ways, just going this way and leaving this the long ways. I think I would have liked that better. So this got overlapped with them a little bit, but it's just going to be an extra snowstorm there. But you can do it this way so it sticks out this side of it. Learn from my mistakes. This first short fold is going to be like a mountain fold. The second one is going to be like a valley fold. And you do every other one. And it's not going to stand up very well by itself. Let's go ahead and put the sides on. This is the back because it has done by. And we're just going to adhere this onto the back piece like this. Then we're going to have another piece over this. So what we need to do is put tape all the way across here. I like to have it all the way at the edge. Make sure you put glitter side up if you're using glitter paper. Go. That's going to be the back side of the card. We already know this is the front. So we're going to put adhesive on here. Okay, so we're not done yet, but this is going to go it will fold up like that. Then it will sit up like this, and it will have more in the middle. Okay, let's get that part done. And just to tell you right now, this is going to be easier if you don't use acetate. Let's do the middle pieces. These are going to go right here. Okay, here's the pieces we're going to have in the middle. But the smallest trees go on the background near the top. They're the furthest away. I'm going to go ahead and stick them through my Xyron. If you've never used one of these are awesome. I'll put a link below. What you do is you just press it down, get all the adhesive on there and off of it. If you have little holes, push down on those little holes and it will take the adhesive out of it. Take this off, and then you stick this part under your table. Score this, and you're folding it. The first one is a valley, then the second one is a mountain, and then a valley. So it looks like that. When we put the snow on, we're not going to put it down at the bottom. We're going to do it right above that line, right above the cut lines. It's about an inch. Then I want to fold these just like that. Then we're going to put the smallest trees on first because they're off into the background. Don't put them on a score line. Not sure exactly. I'm not looking at my computer to see where I wanted these all placed. Okay, I'm going to put foam tape on the next one. So I have this bottom layer on with the pop dots, and I'm just going to place this next one on, just to kind of see where it's going to go. And I'm going to place a snowman right here. Then we only have one left, and this one's going to go here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on and stick this one in here. Okay, I got this on. I took this one off and it was on the back one. I put it on the next layer. I don't know if you can see the different layers. And we've got one more thing left. The little bunny. You can put the rabbit anywhere you want. I'll have him just over here, looking at the snowman through the trees. Okay, let's go ahead, put this on here. We're not done yet with these sides, but we could place this in here. This is our first cut line. And you put the cut lines in between the score lines. Like that. There you go. You just got to kind of fit it in there. And that's how it's gonna sit, like that. To fold it up and stick in an envelope, it will fold. You're gonna need a really fat envelope. If you're gonna send this, you might want to try it with just the paper. And it's gonna open up and be like this. To use paper here instead of acetate, I think it will send better. But I'm just going to kind of use this as a winter decoration. But we're not done yet. Let's finish. I'm so excited. This goes over here. Okay, here's the front of the card. I think I'm going to add some glitter to it. But there is the front, and okay, if you're going to send this, don't use acetate like I did. But I'm just going to put it on the fireplace mantle. So, but you could use cardstock here instead of acetate, and I think it will be easier to fold and set out. But it will all fold up. Acetate is just harder to fold. So here's the card before I put glitter on it. Isn't it cute? I love it. I put the snow up with pop dots and put the snowman and the polar bear up with pop dots. And I'm going to add some red stickle and I think some clear stickles, and then I'll show it to you in the end. After the stickles dries, of course. Be right back. Okay, now I added the glitter. You can see the glitter. I put it on the trees. And I also put it on the icicles at the top. And on the kisses. Isn't it cute? Alright guys, thanks for watching. And here's a shout out to some of my Patreons. Beth Case, Trish Shaplin, Carla Brosnan, Lynn Panasco, Ellen McQueen, Misty Kelly, Clark Collins, Donna, The Quilted Nana, Annie Curtis, Nancy Underwood, Tara Shoemaker, and Crystal Williams. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you all. I love you guys. Bye!